Dear students, hope you all are well. Welcome to the online class organized by Lakers Public School and College. I am Sharanika Das, lecturer chemistry, Lakers Public School and College, Rangamati. Today from chapter 9, we will discuss about base and concentrated acid. Let's start. First, concentrated acids. The acid that contains comparatively lesser amount of water is concentrated acid. Different concentrated acids like concentrated hydrochloric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, concentrated nitric acid, etc. are used in laboratories at different times. If these acids come in contact with our body parts, they create injury on those spots. That is why when using these acids, we need to put on hand gloves, goggles, mask, apron, etc. for safety. First, concentrated hydrochloric acid. The solution that is produced when hydrogen chloride gas is dissolved in water is called hydrochloric acid. In this solution, the amount of water is comparatively lesser than the amount of hydrogen chloride gas. The moment the cork of the container bottle of concentrated hydrochloric acid is opened, there is a fog created and a highly pungent smell spreads all over. That is why before opening the bottle of concentrated hydrochloric acid, nose and mouth should be covered with a mask and eyes should be protected. Concentrated nitric acid. The solution that is produced when nitrogen dioxide gas is dissolved in water is called nitric acid. Comparatively higher amounts of nitrogen dioxide gas is dissolved in a small amount of water to prepare nitric acid. 3 nitrogen dioxide plus water produces 2 nitric acid plus nitric oxide. The moment the cork of the container bottle of concentrated nitric acid is opened, there is a fog created and a highly pungent smell spreads all over. The color of the container bottle of nitric acid is brown. It is for preventing light, for if light enters the bottle, the nitric acid decomposes. The brown color of the bottle prevents light to enter the bottle. Concentrated sulfuric acid. The solution that is produced when sulfur dioxide gas is dissolved in water is called sulfuric acid. Comparatively higher amounts of sulfur trioxide gas is dissolved in a small amount of water to prepare sulfuric acid. Now, base and alkali. What is base? Generally, metals or metal-like reactive radical oxides and hydroxides that undergo reactions with acids and produce salt and water are called bases. Example: calcium oxide reacts with 2 hydrochloric acid, produces calcium chloride and water. 2 potassium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid, produces potassium sulfate and 2 water. Ammonium hydroxide reacts with hydrochloric acid and produces ammonium chloride and water. Apart from calcium oxide and potassium hydroxide, examples of bases are sodium oxide, copper oxide, ferrous oxide, sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, ferrous hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, etc. Ammonium ion, phosphonium ion, etc. radicals are reactive like metals. Metallic ions like sodium ion, potassium ion, etc. combined with non-metallic ions like chloride ion, sulfate ion, etc. produce ionic compounds like sodium chloride, potassium chloride, sodium sulfate, potassium sulfate, etc. Similarly, ammonium ion, phosphonium ions combined with chloride ion, sulfate ion produce ionic compounds ammonium chloride, phosphonium chloride, ammonium sulfate, phosphonium sulfate, etc. The reaction between acids and bases that produces salt and water are called acid-base neutralizing reactions. Therefore, it is said that acid neutralizes a base and a base neutralizes a acid. Alkali. What is alkali? Hydroxide compounds of metals or metal-like reactive radicals that are soluble in water are called alkali. A compound can be an alkali if it contains a hydroxide radical and it dissolves in water. Sodium hydroxide is an alkali for it has an hydroxyl radical and it dissolves in water. Ferric hydroxide cannot be called an alkali, for although it has an hydroxyl radical, it does not dissolve in water. It is base only. Calcium oxide is base but not an alkali, for it does not contain an hydroxyl ion radical. So, you can realize the bases containing hydroxyl radicals and soluble in water are alkali. Thus, it can be said all bases are not alkali but all alkalis are bases. There are many basic compounds in our household. The toilet cleaners in our houses are base containing sodium hydroxide. The glass cleaners containing ammonium hydroxide are bases. Properties of dilute bases. The solution prepared by adding comparative smaller amounts of base in larger amount of water is called a dilute base. First, litmus test. Take a small amount of sodium hydroxide solution in a test tube. Put a piece of red litmus paper in it. You will see the red litmus will turn blue. Again, take some sodium hydroxide solution in a test tube. Put a blue litmus paper in the tube. The blue litmus will remain as it is, blue. This proves the basic solution only turns red litmus into blue. Feelings. If you touch sodium hydroxide solution with your hand, it will feel slippery. Basic compounds are slippery. Some properties of base are discussed here. However, contact with base harms our skin. Now, the reaction of dilute base in metallic salts. Undergoing reaction with aluminium nitrate, ferrous nitrate, ferric nitrate, zinc nitrate, etc., metallic salts dilute base produces the related metallic hydroxide. Mentionable, here we have used only nitrate salts. Apart from it, metallic chloride, metallic sulfate salts will produce the same result. First, reaction between dilute sodium hydroxide and aluminium nitrate. If we take some aluminium nitrate solution in a test tube and add some drops of dilute sodium hydroxide solution in it, they produce aluminium hydroxide, sodium nitrate. Aluminium hydroxide gathers as white precipitate at the bottom of the test tube while sodium nitrate remains dissolved in water and it does not add any color to the water. Reaction between dilute sodium hydroxide and ferric nitrate. If we take some ferrous nitrate solution in a test tube and add some drops of dilute sodium hydroxide solution to it, ferrous hydroxide and sodium nitrate are produced. Ferrous hydroxide gathers as green precipitate at the bottom of the test tube while sodium nitrate remains dissolved in water and it does not add any color to the water. Reaction between dilute sodium hydroxide and ferric nitrate. If we take some ferric nitrate solution in a test tube and add some drops of dilute sodium hydroxide solution in it, they produce ferric hydroxide and sodium nitrate. Ferric hydroxide gathers as a reddish brown precipitate at the bottom of the test tube while sodium nitrate remains dissolved in the water and it does not add any color to the water. Reaction between dilute sodium hydroxide and copper nitrate. If we take some copper nitrate solution in a test tube and add some drops of dilute sodium hydroxide solution to it, copper hydroxide and sodium nitrate are produced. Copper hydroxide gathers as light blue precipitate at the bottom of the test tube, while sodium nitrate remains dissolved in the water and it does not add any color to the water. Reaction between dilute sodium hydroxide and zinc nitrate. If we take some zinc nitrate solution in a test tube and add some drops of dilute sodium hydroxide solution to it, zinc hydroxide and sodium nitrate are produced. Ferrous hydroxide gathers as white precipitate at the bottom of the test tube, while sodium nitrate remains dissolved in water and it does not add any color to the water. The reaction is zinc nitrate reacts with 2 sodium hydroxide produces zinc hydroxide and 2 sodium nitrate. Reaction between alkali, dilute sodium hydroxide and ammonium salt. If we take some ammonium chloride in a container and add some alkali solution to it, we get ammonia gas, sodium chloride and water. It is a characteristic reaction between ammonium salt and alkali. Alkali undergoes a reaction with any ammonium salt and produces ammonia gas. Examples: ammonium chloride reacts with potassium hydroxide, produces ammonia, potassium chloride and water. 2 ammonium chloride plus calcium hydroxide produces 2 ammonia, calcium chloride and 2 water. 2 ammonium chloride reacts with calcium oxide, produces 2 ammonia plus calcium chloride plus water. There is your homework for this lecture. Describe reactions of dilute base with metallic salts, which we discussed earlier. Everyone, stay at home, stay safe. Thanks to everyone for listening this lecture.